So there are different types of constitution. We have what we call the written constitution and the unwritten constitution. So when we speak of unwritten constitution, we're basically talking about the fact that the body of rules are not codified in one document. That is, you cannot have a single document that codifies all the rules. Now, when we speak of a written constitution, it simply suggests that there is a codification of all the body of rules that we refer to as the constitution. They are codified in a single document. Take, for example, the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is the Constitution. Everything you need to know about the Constitution, you can find them here. Are you with me? So the Nigerian Constitution is a written constitution. Are you following? One further point that I also need to state and bring to our attention is also that a constitution can either be flexible or rigid. The question of the flexibility or the rigidity of a constitution has to do with how easy or how amenable it is to amendments. Now, we said that a constitution is an organic law. I stated earlier on that this body of rules must always reflect practical and social realities of the people. So which means as the society evolves, then the constitution must always reflect that evolution. So when changes occur in the society, there might be need to adjust the constitution to sync with that reality. And so the question is how easy it is to then amend this constitution. And it is in this context that the issue or the question of flexibility and rigidity of a constitution arises. Now, when we speak of a flexible constitution, as it is suggests from the name, it is flexible, it is easy to amend. However, when we say a constitution is rigid, as the name suggests also, it tells you that it's an arduous task to amend that constitution. Take, for example, the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is a rigid constitution. Rigid in the sense that it is not easy to amend it. Now, I must point out something to you. I stated earlier on that the Constitution is the fundamental law, which means that every other law derives validity from the Constitution. No law can stand against the Constitution. They must kowtow to the Constitution. They must succumb to the Constitution. So, if you say that your Constitution is this or that, the Constitution must state it. So, when we say that the Constitution is rigid, it must be that the Constitution has given itself out as rigid. So, the question is, does this Constitution say that it is rigid? Yes. Because if you look at the provision of Section 9 of the 1999 Constitution, it talks about the amendments of the Constitution. Now, when you look at it, you find that it is not easy to amend it, especially when you check Section 9, subsection 2. It talks about when you want to amend this Constitution, that is part of the Constitution that does not have to do with Section 8. Section 8 has to do with creation of state and all. That you need that before such a proposal will be passed in the House of the National Assembly, 2/3 majority must vote and approve. And this resolution must now be approved by the Houses of Assembly of different states, of not less than 2/3 of all states. We have 36 states in Nigeria. You have to receive approval of 2/3 of all the states. It tells you that what this constitution is not easy to amend. So when we speak of amendment of the constitution or the constitution being rigid, it is not because there is one angel or there is one guidance or there is one spirit anywhere that says our constitution is rigid. It is because our constitution says it is rigid. Thank you.